Have you become so overly obsessed with checking the scoreboard on all of your goals, like you forgot to appreciate the journey and to actually live out every day to the fullest?
You're so obsessed with me!
I think this is probably something that happens to all of us at some point, where we start to become impatient, we start to wonder if our goals are ever going to happen, so then we start overly obsessing about the scoreboards. What does this mean? This could mean checking out how much money we made. This could mean checking out our weightlifting numbers constantly and seeing how far away they are from where we want them to be. This could mean checking our book sales, as in my case. Or it could mean, in my case, with my whole healing journey, seeing how far I still have to go. Or I'm looking back and seeing how long it's taken me so far. This could mean any of those things, and insert your own examples into this case. But what we have to remember is that if we're overly focused on doing this as fast as possible, if we're just getting to the end destination without experiencing the journey as a whole, there's going to be so many lessons and so much progress we're going to be missing out on, and then we're never actually going to get the chance back to appreciate. So in today's video, I'm going to be diving deeper into this concept of why, if you actually want to make more progress on your goals, you actually have to stop checking the scoreboard and start focusing on putting that work in day after day, and then it's inevitable the results will come. Anyways, let's dive deeper now.
Give me a...
What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the Jared and James channel. I'm Jared Weiss. If you guys didn't know that, miss me now, subscribe to the channel so you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, be sure to leave a like, drop a comment, let me know your thoughts on this video. Follow me on every platform, and if you guys haven't done so already, make sure to check out my book, Fight Through It, by Jared Weiss. I've been getting great feedback already, and so I really appreciate it if you guys could support me with that. You can find all the links to purchase it on my website, which is jaredbryanweiss.com. That's JAREDRYANWEISS.com. So, when it comes to the scoreboard for all of our goals and for all of our dreams, if we get too caught up in looking at the numbers, of seeing how far we still have to go, we're going to forget about the journey. Because, as my guy Joshua Medcalf says in this book, Pound the Stone, which I'm going to be referencing a bit later, with your eyes on the prize, or with your eyes on the end goal, you only have one eye for the journey. And how successful and how effective can you actually be if you're essentially looking into the future or looking in another direction while you have all these daily tasks to accomplish right now?
You is blind.
I'm not blind, you blind.
It's not going to work that way. But on the other hand, if you stay 10 toes down, put your hands to the pavement, and just focus on grinding hard every day, loving what you're doing, loving the grind, loving the journey, appreciating every moment, not forgetting to live your life, and not just fast forwarding on autopilot every day while you're so overly consumed with the end goal, you're actually going to reach the end goal faster most likely, and it's going to be way more rewarding. Furthermore, moving right along, when you truly love what it is that you're doing, and when you also truly love what it is that you're going after, the time that it takes to achieve that thing often actually becomes irrelevant. Because think about it, if you're loving the process, if you're maintaining enough balance with your life, and if you're enjoying the day-to-day grind, then what does it matter how long it takes?
How long is this going to take?
Because it's when it comes to my whole health situation, as my best friend James said to me, as I've referenced numerous times in the past, as he said to me, I'm doing everything that I want to do right now. So when I ultimately get to this place where I'm all better and when I'm fully healed, what's going to change? It's just going to be, of course it's going to make things easier, and of course I won't have as many daily challenges, but I've been thriving in spite of those. So ultimately, when I do achieve that end goal, of course it's going to feel amazing, but the reason why it's going to feel so amazing is because I've been living life to the fullest while I'm still on my healing journey, rather than being someone who had no patience and who couldn't wait to just get to the end, so then try all these shortcuts that didn't end up working, and then actually set themselves back further in the end. And as my friend RJ says, his goal when it comes to all of his calisthenics and when it comes to being the best that he could be at those things, his goal is actually to make time disappear. Because when time's disappearing, that means that he's living fully in the moment, he's immersed in the moment, and he doesn't even have time to think about how long it's taking to achieve this goal or that goal. And this leads me into when it comes to my book sales on the book Fight Through It. Initially, in the first 2 weeks, I sold a ton of books, especially for someone who's this unknown author and who doesn't have 100,000 followers or 1 million followers. I got super excited.
Yeah, it's time to celebrate. I'm retiring.
But then what happened was I started checking the sales every day, and then I hit this big plateau where I wasn't selling any books, which I guess was to be expected, but I just got so excited early on that I didn't think that I was gonna hit a slow point. But then I reminded myself of this message stop checking the scoreboard. Because if I'm checking the scoreboard, that's actually taking away from my purpose behind actually writing the book, which was to express myself, to inspire people out there, which I know I'm definitely doing, and I've definitely done with the book so far. So like, my ultimate goal was not just like to sell 1 million copies.
1 million.
My book was to inspire people through my message and to change lives no matter how many. But like, I know that if I give it enough time, eventually it is going to reach the people who it's meant to. But it's not going to happen overnight. If I'm constantly checking the sales, then I'm taking away from appreciating this awesome thing that I did, which was write a full 300+ page book as someone who's healing from a life-threatening illness.
You're a very special person. Very special.
And I was the one who self-published it. I put it all together. I worked in it day after day. So like, that should actually be my scoreboard, rather than seeing it as, if I don't sell this many books, I'm a failure. But then, actually in the past few days, for instance, suddenly I got people who don't know me, but like who follow me on all these social media platforms, started inquiring about the book. And this happened while I stopped checking the scoreboard. And this leads me into my next point, which is, maybe it's time for you to actually change your scoreboard. How are you actually choosing to measure your success? Are you only measuring it based on whatever society tells you is a success? Are you only measuring it based on how close you are to the end goal? Or on the other hand, could you actually use other metrics, such as, did I post another video today? Did I work super hard in every rep during my workout today? Did that get me closer to my dunk goals, or to my jump goals, or to my weight room goals? Did I do the daily tasks that are ultimately going to get me there? Did I promote the book today? Did I have an awesome conversation with someone today? Do I feel better at this time today than I felt at this time last year? Did I push through something even though I didn't feel like it? Did I give my best effort today? Did I inspire someone today with my words? Or at the very least, did I give myself a chance at success today? All these things are under our control, and that's why it's actually more important to measure our success based on these things, because these things are actually going to transform us, and these are the things that are ultimately going to get us to the end goal. But you don't get there any faster by getting mad at yourself every time you see how far away you still are. Think of being successful and the path it takes to get there as like watching grass grow. So if you watch grass grow, you're not going to see anything happen overnight. You're not going to notice any changes over 2 days. But then if you actually take your eyes off the scoreboard, if you don't actually focus on every inch of grass that grows that day or that minute, but like if you come back a week later or 2 weeks later, what are you going to see? Growth. So it's the same thing when it comes to our own paths and our own journeys. If we're overly consumed with how much money we made today, how many inches of vertical jump we gained, how many pounds we added to our lift, it's not going to happen overnight, and you're not going to make these massive leaps and bounds in this small set of time. But if you look back 1 year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, what are you going to see? Progress, hopefully.
It's something. It's hope.
If and only if you stuck with the daily tasks every day. And this leads me into a chapter from the book Pound the Stone by Joshua Medcalf, which is a very powerful book, one of my favorites actually. And it's from chapter 14, which is Stop Counting. So, Jason collapsed into a porch chair defeated. People aren't buying books, and it's stupid that I have to sell so many. It's already a couple weeks into the summer, and I'm way behind my goal. I need to sell 100 books a week, but right now I'm only at 95 total. Russ got a gleam in his eye. You want to make more sales, right? Yeah, then stop counting them. What? Jason couldn't believe what he was hearing.
What?
Russ looked at Jason with empathy as he recognized that same ambition in himself. Ambition that had almost derailed him at many points along his own journey. Jason, one of the wisest things I've learned is that with your eyes on the goal, you've no eyes for the journey. I understand that you think you know where you want to get to, but it's the process that gets us there. It's all the little things. When you focus on everything other than your journey, you're more likely to get lost and end up far from your desired destination. So, this is what I was saying earlier when it comes to, if you're focused on measuring your success only based on how close you are to the end goal, you're not going to have any eyes for the journey, you're not going to have any desire to do all the little things, to do all the fundamentals that are actually going to add up and accumulate into the efforts that help you reach that end goal. And also, a powerful speech from Inky Johnson that's mentioned in the book says this. So I've been intrigued with, can you be committed to the process of what you do without being emotionally attached to the result of what you do? Because a lot of people can be committed to the process of what they do if the results don't change. But the moment the result or the outcome changes of what they are chasing, they shut it down or they quit simply because the result changed. So can we be committed to the process of what we do, but not emotionally attached to the result of what we do? Understanding every day I get up and give everything I got to everything I am a part of simply because this is who I am. Like the only thing I need every day is 86,400 seconds. I don't need some reward to chase. I don't need some reward. The only thing I need is breath in my body, and I'm going to flat out go and get it.
Nothing's over while I'm breathing.
So, I know like this could sound like odd to to a lot of people. But once you have that end goal in your eyes, once you know what the prize is, it's actually important to like take time to like forget about it, because when you do that, then you can get back to the journey, you get back to working on the fundamentals, being like Kobe Bryant, who so many of his workouts weren't these advanced things, weren't these hyper complex drills and whatnot, but like so much of it was actually just focusing on the fundamentals.
These guys don't practice the fundamentals anymore.
Beating down on them, pounding the stone every day, and doing that over and over again for long enough, and then what's the final result? He ends up being one of the best players of all time. And of course, once you do work on the fundamentals, then you can build on those and then you can add things to them. But not if you're only focused on getting to the end goal as fast as possible without learning the lessons and without absorbing the life experience in the process. So anyways guys, I hope that like this video resonated with you. I hope that like this video inspires you, and like I hope that like it reminds you to keep your eyes off the scoreboard for a bit. Focus on changing the metrics like that you're using to measure success, and focusing more on what's under your control every day. And anyways, I love you guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to drop a like, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts. I will catch you guys in the next one. Stay grinding, stay hustling, stay positive. Catch you next one. Peace.